because of the regulation, but also the financial crisis. Those two components made that a lot of private investment, especially in early stage venture capital, has just left Europe. So the public sector tried to step in, although the money also there has decreased. And today you see a share of almost 40% of money coming from public funds, government-owned funds. And I think this leads to fragmentation, this leads to smaller funds, this leads to the fact that we cannot scale companies enough because we cannot invest enough, and also that we keep these companies local.
I think there are many things going on at the European level that aim to promote the business climate for startups, for innovation. One of the main tools is, of course, Horizon 2020, where we have created a few new instruments, particularly for SMEs, like the Fast Track to Innovation, like the SME instrument. We are having discussions in the energy field in particular about what the new strategy should be for energy research and innovation in Europe, because we are transforming the energy system. It depends a lot on technology and bringing technologies to the market, and that again depends a lot on entrepreneurs who have new ideas, who bring them there.
If you want to help startups, you need to understand that a startup to survive and thrive needs to grow very quickly. That means that we need to operate fast and not be slowed down by delays. And that can be delays when it comes to dealing with customers, with the public authorities, or with the VCs.
SMEs are really the backbone of the economy, and so we're really trying to look at from a perspective of better regulation. Timmermans is really trying to do something for the SMEs, but also from the financing side, we're really looking at what are the barriers for these companies to get financing. We're trying to do capital markets union and the integration, and making sure that people get access to finance that they want, and also creating diversity in the market, that people can go to the stock market and being a listed company in Europe. All these kind of aspects are currently being discussed.
You can be in a highly regulated environment, but if you have a lot of capital available, then perhaps you can hire the specialist to do the paperwork and go with the regulation. Now, if you don't have the capital available, then hopefully you are in an environment that is very lean in terms of regulation, and that's what we see in countries like Singapore, where the VC scene, the venture capital scene, is not great yet, but the country is very efficient at helping startups go through the paperwork. Here in Europe, we're a little bit standing at a middle ground, where there is some capital available, but the regulation is also quite bothersome. And we're seeing that actually I'm really happy because both of these things are going in the right direction. There is more capital available now than a few years ago, especially 2008. And the regulation, although it's not necessarily becoming simpler, it's becoming more uniform at a European level, which allows us to play in a bigger market.